Welcome to Whisper Places 4K, a space where the world slows down and beauty quietly unfolds. Scattered across our planet are villages so peaceful, they feel as if they belong in a dream. Some rest gently on the edge of tranquil lakes, others cling to mountainsides where waterfalls descend like silver threads. There are hamlets where stone houses glow in the evening sun, and coastal towns where waves softly meet painted walls. These places are more than just destinations. They are sanctuaries shaped by centuries of life, love, and tradition. As you watch, allow yourself to breathe deeply, to follow winding paths, and to listen to the whispers carried by wind and water. Tonight, we invite you to drift away with us, to discover villages remote yet timeless, quiet yet filled with soul. Let the journey begin. Halstead, nestled on the shores of Lake Halstersee, is often described as one of the most enchanting villages in Europe. Its history is rooted in salt, once called white gold, which brought prosperity and shaped the village's unique character. The houses appear pressed tightly between the lake and steep cliffs, their wooden facades and steep roofs reflecting centuries of alpine tradition. Landmarks such as the evangelical and Catholic churches rise gracefully above the clustered homes, while waterfalls cascade down the mountains into the lake, adding a sense of timeless beauty. Yet Halstead is more than its picture-perfect postcard image. Walking through its narrow lanes, you sense how nature and human life have intertwined for generations. Fishermen once relied on the lake's bounty, and salt miners carved out a livelihood deep beneath the mountains. Today, visitors are drawn not only by its beauty, but also by its soul, an atmosphere that feels both serene and humbling. Early mornings by the lakeside reveal mist drifting across the water, while evenings glow with reflections of lanterns shimmering on the surface. Standing here, one feels a connection to history, landscape, and community, as if Halstead itself whispers stories of endurance and quiet wonder. Lauterbrunnen, often called the Valley of 72 Waterfalls, is one of Switzerland's most enchanting alpine destinations. Here, snowmelt plunges from sheer cliffs and silvery ribbons, surrounding a quiet village of traditional chalets where the sound of cowbells still drifts across green meadows. This landscape inspired J.R.R. Tolkien's vision of Rivendell, and standing here you can easily understand why it feels almost otherworldly. Beyond its fairy tale charm, Lauterbrunnen is also a gateway to adventure. Visitors can follow trails leading to Trummelback Falls, a series of glacial torrents hidden inside the mountain, or hike towards Murren and Wengen for sweeping views of the Jungfrau region. In summer, the valley bursts with wildflowers, while in winter, it transforms into a wonderland of snow, drawing skiers and mountaineers from around the world. What makes Lauterbrunnen so special is not only the grandeur of its cliffs and waterfalls, but also its atmosphere of serenity, where centuries-old traditions live side by side with breathtaking natural beauty. Many travelers say it feels less like a destination to visit and more like a place to experience, with all the senses peaceful, powerful, and unforgettable. Paris, a small jewel along Montenegro's Bay of Kotor, feels like stepping into another century. Only a single main street, the village reflects its Venetian past through stone palaces, Baroque churches, and elegant bell towers that rise above the Adriatic. Two legendary islets lie just offshore St. George, home to a Benedictine monastery, and Our Lady of the Rocks, a man-made sanctuary built stone by stone on sunken ships. Walking here, you sense how the sea has always been the lifeline of Paris, shaping its culture, trade, and legends. Yet beyond the architecture, what makes Paris unforgettable is the atmosphere. Fishermen mending nets along the waterfront, families gathering under vine-covered terraces, and the calm waters reflecting the mountains like a painted background. Many visitors say the light here changes with every hour, casting golden hues at sunrise. simply sit by the bay and listen to the rhythm of waves. It's not just a village to see, but a place to feel history, faith, and nature woven together in harmony. Mandrakia, a small fishing hamlet on the island of Milos, captures the essence of Greece's maritime soul. Its most distinctive feature is the row of brightly painted skirmatas, boat garages carved directly into the cliffs. These colorful doors are more than picturesque. They are practical shelters where fishermen once stored their vessels and gear, protecting them from the strong Aegean winds. The bay here is calm, framed by whitewashed rocks and turquoise waters that shimmer under the cycladic sun, creating a scene that feels untouched by time. Unlike Santorini or Mykonos, Mandrakia remains quiet and authentic, with a pace of life that invites visitors to pause and breathe. Walking along the shoreline, you'll see small fishing boats swaying gently, and above, modest homes built with simplicity and charm. Just a short stroll away lies the village of Klama, opening to another serene bay. Many travelers describe Mandrakia as one of Milos' hidden treasures, where authenticity meets natural beauty. Sitting at a seaside taverna, tasting freshly grilled octopus or sipping local wine, you begin to feel the harmony between the people and the sea, a relationship that has shaped this community for centuries. Positano, perched dramatically on the Amalfi Coast, feels like a village sculpted from dreams. According to legend, it began with a shipwreck and the Virgin Mary, yet today it is a cascade of pastel-colored houses tumbling down steep cliffs to the Tyrrhenian Sea. Narrow lanes and endless stairways weave between boutiques, trattorias, and fragrant lemon trees, guiding visitors towards Spiaggia Grande, the lively main beach lined with fishing boats and vibrant umbrellas. But beyond its postcard charm lies a deeper soul. Positano has long inspired writers, painters, and musicians who sought both beauty and solitude in its dramatic setting. At twilight, the village glows in shades of rose and gold, while the sea mirrors the sky, creating a view that lingers in memory long after departure. Visitors often find themselves enchanted not only by the scenery, but also by the warm rhythm of local life, where traditions blend seamlessly with modern elegance. Whether sipping limoncello on a terrace, exploring hidden coastal paths like the Path of the Gods, or simply pausing to listen to the waves, Positano offers an experience that is as timeless as it is unforgettable. Primosin, once a small island fortified to defend against Ottoman attacks, is now a gem of the Adriatic that still preserves its medieval charm. Its stone houses, winding cobbled lanes, and the prominent Church of St. George perched on the hilltop create a timeless atmosphere. Surrounded by crystal-clear waters and secluded coves, the village feels both intimate and majestic, a place where history and the sea meet gracefully. Beyond its old core, vineyards stretch across the hills, producing the famous Babik wine, known for its rich and earthy character. Walking through these terraced vineyards gives visitors not only panoramic views of the coastline, but also a sense of the deep agricultural traditions that continue here. The beaches, particularly Raduca, are considered among the most beautiful on the Dalmatian coast, offering calm turquoise waters ideal for swimming and relaxation. What makes Primosin unforgettable is its balanced quiet corners for reflection, vibrant summer festivals alive with music and dance, and sunsets that turn the stone walls golden. It is not only a destination for sightseeing, but also a place to slow down, savor authentic Dalmatian flavors, and feel connected to centuries of resilience and tradition. Hemji, one of the most iconic fishing villages in Norway's Lofoten Islands, feels almost like a painting brought to life. Its traditional red Rorbjorg cabins stand proudly against jagged peaks that rise straight from the sea, creating one of the most photographed landscapes in Scandinavia. Once home to fishermen who relied on the seasonal cod harvests, the village still carries the soul of the Arctic, where the rhythm of life is tied to the sea and the changing light. In winter, Hamji is graced by the northern lights, dancing above the fjords in colors that leave travelers speechless, while summer brings the midnight sun, casting a golden glow over the calm waters. For visitors, it is more than just a postcard scene. It is an invitation to slow down, breathe the crisp northern air, and listen to the silence broken only by gulls and waves. Hiking trails nearby lead to dramatic viewpoints, while boat trips reveal hidden coves and thriving marine life. Standing here, you realize why artists, photographers, and dreamers return again and again. Hamji is not only beautiful, it feels timeless, as if nature and human tradition have found the perfect balance. Grindelwald, set at the foot of the towering Alps, has long been a jewel of Switzerland's Bernese Oberland. Once a modest farming village, it blossomed during the golden age of mountaineering, when climbers from across Europe arrived to challenge the dramatic north face of the Eiger. Its wooden chalets, flower-filled balconies, and green meadows create a postcard-perfect charm. But Grindelwald is far more than just a pretty picture. Walking through the village, you can feel how deeply alpine traditions still shape local life, from seasonal cattle drives to handmade crafts. Beyond its quaint streets, trails lead to glaciers, hidden valleys, and lookout points where the panorama opens into endless peaks. Many travelers find themselves pausing at First Cliff Walk, where a suspension walkway clings to the mountainside, offering breathtaking views. In winter, the slopes transform into a skier's paradise, while in summer, the air is filled with cowbells and the scent of alpine flowers. What makes Grindelwald truly unforgettable is not only the scenery, but the sense of serenity it inspires, the feeling that time slows down here, allowing you to step into the rhythm of the mountains themselves. Mürren is a car-free alpine village perched high above the Lauterbrunnen Valley, accessible only by cable car or mountain train, which makes arriving here feel like entering a hidden world. The chalets, many built in traditional wooden style, are surrounded by meadows that burst into wildflowers in summer and turn into ski runs in winter. From the village streets, you can gaze directly at the Eiger, Monach, and Jungfrau peaks, a panorama so breathtaking it seems almost unreal. Life here moves at a slower rhythm. Locals still honor alpine traditions, and the absence of cars allows the sound of cowbells and church bells to carry through the crisp mountain air. Beyond its charm, Mürren has a legacy in alpine sports, hosting ski competitions since the early 20th century, and today it remains a gateway to scenic hiking routes like the North Face Trail. Many travelers describe the experience of sitting on a terrace with a warm drink, watching the sun dip behind the glaciers, as one of the purest forms of mountain peace. It is not just a village, it's an immersion into the timeless heart of the Swiss Alps. Oya, perched on the cliffs of Santorini, is one of those rare places that seems to exist between reality and dream. Its whitewashed houses and iconic blue-domed churches glow under the Aegean sun, creating a view that feels almost otherworldly. Narrow cobblestone streets wind between boutiques, small tavernas and art galleries, while terraces open to sweeping panoramas of the caldera. Beyond its postcard-perfect beauty, Oya holds a deeper story. This was once a village of sailors and traders whose prosperity can still be traced in the elegant captains' houses. Today, travelers gather here to witness what is considered one of the most beautiful sunsets on Earth, when the sky shifts through gold, pink, and violet before the sun sinks behind the horizon. Yet Oya is more than a sunset. It's about lingering in the quiet corners, tasting fresh seafood overlooking the sea, or walking early in the morning before the crowds arrive, when the village feels timeless. Many visitors say that Oya doesn't just impress the eyes, it touches the heart, reminding us how human life and natural beauty can blend so seamlessly. Ouray, often called the Switzerland of America, is a mountain gem nestled deep in Colorado's San Juan Mountains. Surrounded by rugged peaks and cascading waterfalls, this small town has preserved an authentic alpine charm while offering a sense of adventure that rivals the great European resorts. Walking through its historic Main Street, you'll notice Victorian-style buildings that reflect the town's mining past, now home to welcoming cafes, art galleries, and local shops. Beyond its streets, the natural beauty here is extraordinary. Box Canyon Falls thunders into a narrow gorge, and the Million-Dollar Highway provides one of the most dramatic drives in the United States. In summer, wildflower meadows blanket the surrounding trails, inviting hikers to explore high alpine lakes and panoramic ridges. In winter, Ouray transforms into an ice climbing capital, drawing enthusiasts from around the world to its frozen waterfalls. What makes this place remarkable is not just its scenery, but the feeling of being embraced by nature's raw grandeur. Whether you come to soak in the hot springs, chase mountain adventures, or simply breathe in the crisp alpine air, Ouray offers a timeless reminder of how wild beauty and small-town warmth can blend into something unforgettable. Burano, a jewel in the Venetian lagoon, instantly captivates visitors with its kaleidoscope of brightly painted houses lining quiet canals. The tradition of coloring homes began centuries ago, when fishermen painted them in vivid shades so they could easily find their way back through thick lagoon fog. Today, those same colors create a living canvas that feels like stepping into a painting. Beyond its visual charm, Burano is celebrated for its centuries-old lace-making tradition. Local artisans, often elderly women, still practice the delicate craft by hand, passing down techniques that once brought the island fame across Europe. Walking through its narrow streets, you'll notice laundry swaying between windows, flower pots on sills, and a slower rhythm of life that contrasts Venice's bustling energy. The leaning bell tower of San Martino Church adds a quirky landmark to the skyline, while small trattorias serve freshly caught seafood and risotto, flavored with lagoon herbs. What makes Burano unforgettable is not only its beauty, but the way it embodies resilience and authenticity, a community that treasures its past while welcoming travelers to experience a piece of living history. Here, every corner tells a story of tradition, artistry, and everyday island life. Nestled between lush, jungle-clad mountains and the tranquil waters of the Bay of Ilha Grande, Parody unfolds as a living painting of colonial Brazil. Its historic center, an elegant lattice of cobblestone streets and whitewashed facades edged in vivid hues, feels suspended in time, where each footstep and flicker of golden light evokes centuries past. The town's rare blend of cultural and natural heritage captivates. Colonial churches dating to the early 1700s stand alongside artisan galleries and the subtle rhythm of bay tides that once effortlessly swept through its narrow lanes. As your guide, I'm endlessly moved by how Parody breathes history, yet pulses with creative life. Cachaça distilleries waft aromas through shaded alleys, and small cafes serve rich Brazilian coffee that lingers on the palate. Day trippers often drift toward its hidden beaches, waterfalls, or kayak through jade waters fringed by mangroves, discovering a harmony between human artistry and rainforest. Parody's essence lies in that serene interplay, a place both preserved and alive, inviting travelers not just to observe, but to feel its soulful presence. Perched just east of Amalfi, on Italy's idyllic coastline, Atrani is a tiny jewel framed by sheer cliffs and the Mediterranean's shimmering blue. Its cluster of pastel-hued houses cascades down winding stairways, offering a labyrinth of narrow, lanes and sunlit terraces that feel suspended between land and sea. The piazza at the center, modest yet brimming with local life, invites visitors to pause under the shade of lemon trees, savoring the scent of sea salt mingled with freshly baked focaccia. Unlike its busier neighbors along the Amalfi Coast, Trani preserves a sense of serene authenticity. Morning fishermen unload their haul at the harbor below, while the church bells of San Salvatore ring softly across the rooftops, reminding one of centuries of coastal devotion. As a guide here, I find myself drawn into the everyday rhythms, the gentle ebb of tides, the hum of neighborly greetings echoing off ancient stone, and the light dancing through narrow windows as evening approaches. It's in these intimate, almost hidden moments that a Trani reveals its true heart, where the past and present meet in quiet harmony. On the rugged isles of the Lofoten archipelago, Henningsvær unfolds like a living watercolor, its crop of intricate wooden fish racks and tide-kissed docks harking back to centuries of cod fishing. Connecting Hymea and Hallansia, delicate bridges echo Venice as they thread through this vibrant fishing hamlet, where the famed football pitch rests dramatically beside the sea. The village's heartbeat still pulses with salty air, fishermen hauling their catch and the scent of stockfish drying in the harbor. Here, time weaves past and present. Art flourishes in converted fish paste factories and galleries nestled among fishermen's cabins, while cafes hum with stories of the sea. Visitors may pause to wander narrow lanes, breathing in mountain-framed panoramas, or linger at the water's edge as the midnight sun or aurora borealis paints the sky. I encourage you to listen. Each wave, each brushstroke of color on the buildings speaks of resilience, community, and unspoken poetry. In Henningsvær, the boundaries between nature, history, and creativity blur beautifully, inviting us to not merely observe, but feel the village's soul. Santa Maddalena in South Tyrol's Val di Funes is one of Italy's most enchanting alpine villages, resting beneath the jagged peaks of the Dolomites. Its heart is the small Gothic church of Santa Maddalena, often photographed with the dramatic Odal Mountains rising behind it. Traditional farmhouses with sloping roofs dot the meadows, where cattle graze in summer and snow blankets the land in winter. The air is filled with the scent of pine, and the light shifts beautifully across the valley, creating endless postcard views. Beyond its iconic scenery, Santa Maddalena reflects the rhythm of alpine life. Generations of families still tend to the land, practicing age-old traditions of herding and cheesemaking, offering travelers a glimpse into authentic Tyrolean culture. Hiking trails from the village lead to alpine huts where one can taste local specialties and watch the peaks glow pink during alpenglow. What makes Santa Maddalena extraordinary is not only its beauty, but also its silence here. Time slows, and the grandeur of nature invites reflection. Visitors often describe the experience as stepping into a living painting, where culture, history, and landscape unite in perfect harmony. Kora, the main town of Mykonos, is a place where traditional Cycladic charm meets cosmopolitan elegance. Whitewashed houses with blue shutters line narrow, winding alleys designed centuries ago to confuse pirates, and today they create a magical labyrinth for visitors to explore. Windmills overlook the sea, once used for grinding grain but now standing as iconic symbols of the island. Around Little Venice, colorful balconies hang over the water, where cafes and tavernas invite you to sit and watch the sunset paint the Aegean sky. Beyond the postcard beauty, Kora carries the pulse of daily life. Fishermen still mend their nets in the harbor at dawn, while artisans sell handmade jewelry and textiles in small workshops. The town also reveals a rich cultural side with its churches, chapels, and the archaeological museum holding treasures from the island's ancient past. What makes Kora truly unforgettable is the atmosphere, a seamless blend of history, simplicity, and vibrant energy. Walking here feels like stepping through layers of time, where every corner whispers stories of seafarers, artists, and dreamers drawn to this luminous island. Alberobello, in southern Italy's Puglia region, is unlike any other village in the world, famous for its iconic trolley houses whitewashed, conical roof dwellings built entirely of local limestone without mortar. Walking through its narrow alleys feels like stepping into a storybook, as each trello is crowned with hand-painted symbols once believed to offer protection or good fortune. While originally constructed by farmers as practical shelters, these homes now form a UNESCO World Heritage Site, admired for both their architectural ingenuity and cultural symbolism. Beyond the fairy tale look, Alberobello reveals the traditions of Apulian life. Family-owned trattorias serve orecchiette pasta and local wines. Artisans craft souvenirs inspired by the trolley shapes, and festivals bring streets alive with music and lights. Standing among these centuries-old structures, you can sense how a community transformed simple building techniques into a heritage of resilience and beauty. Many visitors describe the village as a living museum, yet it is also a place where daily life continues, with children playing in the piazzas and neighbors gathering under olive trees. Exploring Alberobello offers not only stunning architecture, but also a deeper connection to the creativity and spirit of southern Italy. Ronda, in southern Spain's Andalusia region, feels like a village lifted straight from legend. Perched dramatically on the El Tajo Gorge, its whitewashed houses cling to cliffs that plunge nearly 120 meters down to the Guadalquivir River. Punta Nuevo, or New Bridge, is perhaps the town's most iconic site, connecting the old Moorish quarter with the newer part of the city. Walking across it, visitors are treated to sweeping views of rugged mountains, olive groves, and the rolling countryside of Malaga province. Yet Ronda is more than just its breathtaking setting. It is considered the birthplace of modern Spanish bullfighting, with the Plaza de Toros standing as one of the oldest and most historically significant bull rings in Spain. Beyond history, the town's winding alleys, shaded plazas, and traditional tapas bars reveal the slower rhythms of Andalusian life. Many travelers describe Ronda as a place where past and present meet seamlessly. Moorish arches, Renaissance palaces, and contemporary cafes all share the same dramatic landscape. Being here is not just about sightseeing, it's about pausing on a cliffside terrace, feeling the mountain breeze, and realizing how nature and human culture have been intertwined in this remarkable town for centuries. Lavertezo, nestled in the heart of Ticino, is a small Swiss village that feels almost timeless. Its stone houses, narrow lanes, and rustic churches showcase centuries of Alpine tradition. The most famous landmark is the Ponte dei Salti, a double-arched, Romanesque bridge crossing the emerald waters of the Verzasca River. On warm summer days, travelers are drawn to its crystal-clear pools, where locals and visitors alike cool off in waters so transparent they reveal every smooth pebble below. Beyond its postcard charm, Lavertezo offers a deeper invitation to slow down and feel the rhythm of a valley shaped by nature and tradition. Walking through the village, you can sense the resilience of mountain life, where each home and terrace reflects a careful harmony with the land. Many visitors describe swimming under the bridge or simply sitting by the river as a transformative moment, where the clarity of the water mirrors a clarity of mind. It is not just a stop for photographs, it's a place to reconnect with simplicity, beauty, and the quiet strength of the Swiss Alps.